Bud could beat Canelo. Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills do. So yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would beat Canelo.
Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo.
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. And what, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him?
The intense face-off between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford finally happened ahead of their blockbuster super middleweight clash on September 13th, 2025 in Las Vegas. During the Riyadh Season press event, both champions stared each other down in front of a packed international media crowd. The moment was electric, tense yet calculated. Canelo's cold glare met Crawford's calm confidence, hinting at the contrast in their fighting styles and mentalities. The build-up to this fight has already been dubbed the Clash of the Century, as two of the best pound-for-pound boxers prepare to battle for undisputed super middleweight supremacy.
More unrelated to this fight, but Turkey made it seem like you weren't going to be promoting the Terence Crawford Canelo fight. Is there anything you can kind of clear up on that?
He made it feel like I wasn't?
Yeah, well, he said that someone else was promoting it. He didn't say no TKO. He just didn't include your name in a tweet, and people kind of freaked out online about like, where'd Dana go?
I'm going to tell you what's awesome, man. So there's a lot of things about boxing, but they don't say, I mean, nobody talks. It's the most amazing thing.
Canelo Alvarez, the pride of Mexico, holds titles in 4 weight divisions and is the current undisputed super middleweight champion. Known for his heavy hands, tight defense, and wide-ranging skill set, Canelo has defeated some of the biggest names in boxing history, securing his reputation as one of the sport's elite.
Is that like? I train so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him, because you know, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you think?
I think it's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feet. Number 2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws. And follow for more.
Terence Crawford, hailing from Omaha, Nebraska, is a multi-division world champion. He has held titles in lightweight, light welterweight, and super welterweight, famous for his switch-hitting ability, fight IQ, and knockout power. Crawford cemented his legacy by becoming the undisputed.
All right, we have to talk about this. Terence Crawford just tweeted, Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not playing around. All right. Crawford, pound for pound, #1. Canelo, biggest star in boxing still at the moment. Anywhere. I'm not talking about just in the US, Mexico, the UK, everywhere. Canelo is now open. At first it was, hey, I can't go down to 160. I can't do a catch weight of 160. If he wants to fight me, it's gonna be a 168. Plus, I'm not gonna get any credit if I beat a Terence Crawford. It would be like Terence Crawford fighting Tank, moving 2 weight classes up, and I'm not gonna get credit for that. Terence Crawford is a special fighter. He is like a Floyd and a Manny that can move up to weight classes, carry his power, can beat up bigger guys. He's a special
welterweight champion. With his win over Errol Spence Jr., Canelo remains a dominant force at 168 pounds, with a record of 63 wins to losses and 2 draws, including 39 knockouts. He's captured titles in super middleweight, junior middleweight, and even light heavyweight. In 2021, he made history by becoming the first undisputed super middleweight champion.
Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. It's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time. The power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind as well.
At 5 feet 8 inches and age 34, Canelo combines strength, agility, and experience. His latest win, a unanimous decision over William Skull in May 2025, proved that despite younger challengers entering the scene, his skill set and boxing IQ continue to set him apart as one of the very best.
He was like standing right in front of Canelo, and Canelo's just whiffing. It was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs, and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing away. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Crawford insists size won't determine the outcome. He pointed out that he and Canelo are both 5 feet 8, and he actually has a longer reach. Canelo's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Crawford said he emphasized that the real difference isn't height, but weight class experience. Canelo has competed as high as light heavyweight, while Crawford climbed from lightweight through 154 pounds.
Is the Canelo fight, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you're still pursuing it?
Not at all. I think business talks. With the right business come across the table, it happens. I just be talking, man. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, so that fight would be good.
How is Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. And what, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him? No. He's already moved up 3 weight classes. So now you're talking 6. If you add on 3. Crawford has the ability to slow things down in the ring that very few people have, and to see things that nobody else can see because he slows it down. Yeah, he's got great power. He carried it up. Yeah, he's got good hand speed. Yeah, he's got all that. He's got good technique. His coaches do a tremendous job with him. But the timing is impeccable. It's better than anyone else's. Why? Because of this. When a guy has that ingredient, and very, very few have, I can't count him out in anything.
Initially, Canelo wasn't too excited about facing Crawford, but later admitted he'd fight anyone if the payday and legacy were worth it. Meanwhile, Crawford decided to skip a tune-up fight before jumping up to 168, a bold move, but one that comes with risk. Analysts believe facing someone like Canelo without testing the new weight class can spell trouble. Many insiders feel this fight is more about legacy and big money.
How is Terence Crawford going to beat Canelo Alvarez? We need to talk about it. When we look at the guys who've had success with Canelo, we'll look at Bivol, we'll look at Golovkin, we'll look at Floyd, and we'll look at Lara. Yes, I'll throw Lara in there. Why not? I think all these fights are absolutely irrelevant coming into this bout. Some of them are just dated, or some of these guys' style just cannot apply. For example, a guy in Lara. If Crawford wanted to fight how Lara fought Canelo, he would probably gas out in 7 rounds, or if he made it 12, he just wouldn't get that decision. It's that simple. Let's take a guy in Golovkin. Crawford just simply does not have the punching power, nor do I think he has the gas tank at 68. He's not a good enough puncher to try to fight Canelo like Golovkin. He doesn't have the physical traits, even in the chin department. Then you have Floyd Mayweather. Well, both can have a bit of similarities. The speed, reflexes, technical prowess, IQ, timing, counterpunching, lateral movement. It's just too much from Floyd. I don't think Bud could take much from Floyd's game plan to implement it into his own success in September. And then you have Dimitri. The speed, the technical prowess, the IQ, the length is too much. So essentially, Terence Crawford is going to have to beat Canelo in a way that nobody has ever beaten him or gave him any issues in. I'm going to tell you exactly how Crawford's going to fight. He's going to fight like his damn self. It's too late in his career to change up the game plan. It's too late in his career for him to want to change up the game plan, come into a fight of this magnitude with a style he's never fought before. That will be a recipe for disaster. He's going to be more than likely off the back foot. He's going to be looking for counter shots. And I think there will be a point in this fight where he's simply just trying to survive. I like Crawford. He's an amazing pound for pound fighter. A different animal at 168. This is one of the greatest of all time. I see win scenarios for him, but I don't see him being realistic. I can see him fighting off the back foot, using his speed, timing, and feet to stay away from Canelo. But that's very, very, very unlikely, damn near impossible.
That a competitive matchup, with Crawford putting his undefeated reputation on the line. In a candid moment, Canelo joked that facing Crawford was easy money, hinting at a potential $150 million purse, with both men being huge global stars. This fight is a commercial gold mine. Crawford responded by calling out critics who say he'll struggle with the added weight, pointing out that Canelo himself moved up and lost.
If it's what I want, I'm gonna take it, you know.
Would you put a rehydration clause in there?
We'll see. I don't like to talk about other fight when I got it.
You understand, like that's the fight that everyone wants to see. That's the fight that fans want to see you in there with. You understand?
I understand that. Same happened with Bologna.
Yeah, and it happened.
And same happened with
and it happened.
And same with Billy Johnson.
And it happened. I think it happened.
And with Throw, and with Mayweather, and with Cotto.
That's why I believe the fight happened. Would you ever go for 175? It's 168. I feel like you fought everybody. They're taking belts away from you. 175, you got Benavidez, you got Morrell, you got the Green MTG ball.
If I go 175, was that
that would be the first one. Well, then you can look around and see what's out there.
And then
would you make a Crawford's performance against Benzema?
I think he knows why his weight class is there, right? He make a good fight. But for me, I think he lost the fight or draw.
Okay.
Or could be the other side.
He was saying your name a lot all week. I was out there
because
in LA.
he want to sell the fight. If they don't talk about me, they don't say it.
Would you look at a fight with Crawford? So in the past, you told me no.
If the money is right, I mean,
money's got to be big.
I don't like fighters who don't go around.
Wait, you want to say 160 or look 175?
Crawford believes his skills will translate across weight classes, and he's out to prove the doubters wrong once again. Speaking on the Joe Rogan Experience, Crawford admitted this will be the biggest fight of his life. He acknowledged that money has become just as important as legacy at this stage of his career. After achieving undisputed status in multiple divisions, he's now focused on securing his financial future. Despite the weight jump, Crawford is excited and compared the feeling to
no. You just need like dragons to slay. You know what I mean? Like at this point in your life, you can't even fight a regular fighter.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I get excited when I don't know why. I get excited when I talk about Canelo. Like I used to get excited about Pacquiao.
Really?
You know, I used to get so excited. Like, man, I'm gonna be able to fight Pacquiao. You know, because
is that the one you think got away?
Yeah, it definitely did. It definitely did. I tried my ass off.
What stopped that fight from happening?
They didn't want to fight.
It's too dangerous.
They didn't want to fight. Freddie Roach said he didn't want to fight. The Pacquiao handlers didn't want to fight. You know, I believe Pacquiao, as a fighter, he wanted to fight, but
when he dreamed of facing Manny Pacquiao years ago, boxing analyst Teddy Atlas offered his take, praising both fighters, but saying Crawford stands apart, while Canelo is still dangerous. Atlas noted he's no longer as explosive or dominant as he once was. In contrast, Crawford remains fast, sharp, and tactically brilliant, a complete fighter who can adapt to any style. Atlas believes Crawford has what it takes to pull off the upset.
Well, come on, he's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, "Oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You're always saying how great Crawford is." You know, but who's he beating? He unified the what was his first division? Lightweight. Then he unified the junior. Then he unified the junior welter. Then he unified the welter. I think I got the weight classes right. It doesn't matter. matter. He unified like 3 different weight classes. He moved up in weight. Is it tired of me saying it? I look at him. Look, Canelo's special too. I get it, and he's bigger. I get that too. And everyone's gonna say, "Well, after Madrimov fight again, had a couple hiccups. Now he's stepping up another weight class. Now he's got to fight Canelo, who's even bigger, stronger, better puncher. You know, a unified champion that he's been. You know, all of that stuff. He's not going to be able to handle it." I asked this question. See, I go to the other side. I say, okay, yeah, can Canelo handle the smaller guy who's going to be faster, who's going to be slicker, who's going to be better defensively, who's going to have better legs, you know, who's going to be able, sometimes Canelo at this point in his career can slow down a little bit. They're both getting older. I get it.
It could have gone either way because I had probably Skull winning by 2 rounds. I mean, I like Canelo. I think he's a great fighter, but the thing is, I think that he was looking he was picking the shots better and landing the better, cleaner shots. Canelo was marked up a little bit, but look, it could have gone either way. Anyway, regardless how the fight went, it was a great performance by both fighters, but it's made a bigger fight happen now with Canelo and Crawford. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Is there more question marks being asked in that fight now? Because a lot of people say, look, Canelo's a bigger guy. He should technically be the bigger guy, have too much weight for Crawford, but from that performance, do you feel like it's a lot tighter and there's a lot more question marks in that fight?
Yeah, I mean, you need more than size, you need more than weight, you need more than everything. I mean, I think what you need now is you just need box IQ.
That's a mediocre mind because they come just to survive, to go to the 12th round. That's a mediocre mind. You need to put a good fight there and put great show, you know what I mean?
Do you think Crawford will employ the same tactics?
I hope not. I hope not, because the people deserve a good fight.
What do you make of the Crawford fight next?
Huh?
How excited are you for the Crawford fight?
I'm excited. I'm gonna enjoy it.
Khan, who has fought both Canelo and Crawford, also weighed in. He acknowledged Canelo's power, but pointed to Crawford's speed, defense, and ring smarts as key advantages. Khan believes Crawford's ability to make opponents miss and counter with precision could be the difference maker against Canelo's brute strength and experience. Canelo made it clear he wants fighters who come to fight, not just survive. That's a mediocre mindset, he said, referring to boxers who only aim to last 12 rounds. He called on Crawford to give fans an exciting war. Canelo is confident and focused, saying, "I'll enjoy this win, and then we'll make it happen." Now, it's up to the fans to decide. Will it be Canelo's power or Crawford's IQ that wins the night? Drop your predictions below.
If you like this, please subscribe Fighter Punch, click the bell icon for more latest and interesting videos.